I got one more batch of articles for y'all. I got some PS5 news. We talked about, because I saw some of y'all getting some jokes off, and I was trying to, you know the most interesting thing about the rising prices in RAM and GPUs? It doesn't matter how many times I explain it. I see people on social media and people in this chat just getting jokes off about the PC gaming community. I know this is hard for some of y'all to wrap y'all brain around, but a gaming console is a computer, guys. It's just a computer that was designed for one special thing, which is playing games. But it has a CPU, it has RAM, it has a GPU, it has a motherboard. It might have some water cooling. Nah, it doesn't. It got an air fan in that bitch, especially the PS4. And roaches too. This is going to affect you guys, but we're not talking about that. That y'all wanted to get y'all jokes off? We got some PS5 news. Although I'm not gonna lie, this might be a good thing. This might be a good thing, to be fair, depending on who you ask, allegedly. Console hacking has detonated an explosive. Unpatchable PlayStation 5 ROM keys have leaked online, opening the door to permanent jailbreaks and custom firmware. And this could be a good or a bad thing if you're tech savvy. If you're tech savvy, it's a good thing. If you're a dumbass, you might brick your shit. But anyways, since the PS5's release in late 2020, console hackers have attempted to gain complete access to the system by discovering and exploiting vulnerabilities, using software exploits to access features not normally available to consumers. But on New Year's Eve, console hacking groups detonated another sort of explosive that could have massive consequences for the PS5's hacking scene, opening the door for permanent jailbreaks, custom firmwares, emulation, and much more. As detailed in an extremely well put together report by the cybersec guru, at the end of 2025, people in the PS5 hacking scene began discussing a massive data dump that appeared on the PS Dev Wiki and private Discord servers. This data dump contained the level 0 boot ROM keys for the system. The boot ROM is the first piece of code the PS5 runs when the system is turned on, the deepest level of the console's security architecture. Think of like the BIOS in a PC, a gaming PC, which is used to decrypt and verify the initial stages of the system's boot chain. Yeah, so it's the BIOS. If you have a gaming PC and you ever went into your BIOS, you know, when something fucks up, you can tell it to boot off a certain hard drive before another. That's basically what it is. As such, acquiring these keys, which are stored in a read-only chip and decrypted on boot by the system's APU, essentially means that anyone with these keys can literally own the system. Translation, if you're not following this nerd shit, basically what this article is getting at is, you ever notice how at the end of a console's lifespan, like 3-4 years later, I'm gonna be honest, it should have been happened to the PS4, but you niggas will not throw that shit in the trash. So let's use the PS3 or the Xbox 360 as an example. Like years after a console ends, you ever notice, like you'll see videos on YouTube on how to hack it, and then you'll see people run the emulators and custom video games and software on their consoles and shit like that. Like you could buy a preloaded Xbox 360 off of eBay with like every Xbox 360 game ever existed, and it'll be on your hard drive. This is how they do it. They hack the firmware. Yeah, allegedly. The point of this article is what it's trying to say is we might have made a breakthrough earlier in the cycle. This is the type of news you would expect when the PS6 comes out, and the PS6 has been out for a few years. But we're getting it now. Now, it could be a good thing if you're tech savvy, but it also could be a bad thing. The good is, like I said, custom firmware, unique features, software, free games allegedly. But I feel like you shouldn't get too excited for this because it's only going to be beneficial to the tech savvy, because this also opens up the PS5 to be fucking hacked. Your dumb ass could be on YouTube watching a tutorial from somebody you trust, and you download some shit, put it on your PS5, and the next thing you know, when you plug it in and you boot it up, your PS5 say, that bitch blow up the whole fucking block. So you got to be careful with your brick. And another reason why it's bad is, for those unaware, when you start installing custom firmware, mods, emulators and shit like that, yeah, it might give up your location and shit. You also void your PS5. So before you get too excited, unless you're super tech savvy, I would advise you to avoid this shit. I know it's tempting, but you are avoiding the warranty. If you call up Sony after your shit is fucked up and they find out what you did, they're going to send the Sony Yakuza after you. They're going to send them after you like, get your hands up, nigga. We know you hacked that PS5.
Come out slowly with your PS4 too. We know you want to self-detonate your PS4 and blow the block up. We ain't gonna let you. Hands up. PS4 we can see them, nigga.
It's cool, but nothing's keeping me playing this game. What are you talking about? Remember 3 sources? You're gonna summon the Jew on. You can't jailbreak it unless you have a certain game anyway. Allegedly. Look at him trying to put on games. So the reason I'm sharing this story is I predict, maybe not you, but somebody in the chat, their friend is gonna hop into the group chat one day, the Xbox party chat, the PlayStation Live, the Discord. They're gonna be like, hey bro, I found a method. They're like, what you talking about, bro? I know the PlayStation ROM key. Nigga, what's a PlayStation ROM? That's not the point. I know how to put this custom shit on your shit. It's gonna give you free shit on your shit. I'm not shitting you. If you got a friend like that, be like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. We not doing that goofy ass shit because you gonna blow my shit up, bro. I know the moment I watch TBH, that nigga's mad informed. I don't agree with everything he says, especially his takes on Grand Theft Auto, because I'm sensitive. But I know that nigga know what he talking about. That nigga would not steer me long. And he said, if my nigga come in the Discord and say, yo, we need to hack the PS5, he said my whole neighborhood would go. They finna treat you like a terrorist. So be aware. It's around. Reliable insider confirmed that the decision to delay the PS6 has not been made by Sony yet. So there's been rumors going around that the PS6 was delayed. It's not confirmed yet, according to this rumor. He claims Sony has contracts with TSMC to start manufacturing the PS5 APU mid-2027, and a decision on how much RAM it will end up having will be made very close to launch. He adds, if the RAM situation is looking much worse by the time then, Sony could still make the decision to delay it. I've seen some people, on social media, they're console warriors. They fight the good fight. I don't know why. You guys are adults. But they are saying that like the increase in RAM prices is not going to affect the new PlayStation or Xbox because they already have contracts in place with these chip makers. And the problem is that's not true. Like, yeah, they have contracts in place, but what happens when the chip maker has to spend more? It makes it more expensive for everybody, bro. Like, otherwise the company's gonna go under. So then what's gonna happen is Sony's gonna have to potentially delay shit until the chip makers can afford to manufacture what they need to manufacture for Sony. It may not delay the Sony side of things, but it will delay their side of things. That's the point I'm trying to make. Didn't Sony make computers and computer parts in the early 2000s? I'd argue they make them now. That's what the PlayStation is. It's a computer. Don't listen to this guy. He's a known Sony fanboy. Oh, you're saying he's making shit up? To be fair, I did say it's a rumor. It's a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. Always take any. That's why I'm always very clear when I'm talking about a rumor. I never report rumors as news. I always say that. Now, if you choose not to listen to that, that's on you. But anytime I say a rumor, you should always take it with a grain of salt. It's just me shooting the shit, having fun on the stream, creating conversation, but it's not to try to mislead or nothing like that. The TSMC choice, this might cause optimization differences between the Xbox, PC, and PS7. Pretty interesting. You said we might have another PS3 on our hands. I love how all multiple of us said he was a fanboy. All right, we won't listen to this guy then. Xbox news. I couldn't find anything positive, so, you know. What do you want me to do? Xbox Nation? Xbox suffers worst year on record for console sales in the United Kingdom. 2025 has been the worst year on record for Xbox console sales in the UK. That's according to the game business Chris Dring, who reports that Xbox console sales were down almost 40% in the land of Tottenham, making it comfortably the worst year on record. By contrast, sales of Sony's PS5 system are down 12% in the UK across the same period. I think this is very interesting because Xbox was always known as like the dude bro gamers. And I'm gonna be honest, if we want to be fair, the dude bro archetype is mostly associated with Western, specifically white people. So it's very interesting that, you know, white people said, nah, we fucking with PlayStation. Like, Dring didn't share his working or comparative data. That's not to say all dude bros are white, by the way. I'm just saying that's you. When you think of a dude bro, you think of a white guy usually with Mountain Dew, Doritos, a Monster Energy drink, screaming all types of racial slurs you've never even heard of that he got off 4chan. Dring didn't share his working or collaborative data or elsewhere in the world, but it's broadly in line with other data shared across the year. While all three major hardware manufacturers, Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, have reportedly seen year-over-year decline, so everybody's sales were down. Xbox were the worst, basically. Not gonna lie, when you said Dude Bro and Xbox, I instantly thought of the COD montages. Yeah, you think of the old lobbies, the old phase spinning in circles, optic and shit. That was Dude Bro shit, bro. Listen, Xbox, if you want your sales to go up, you have to offer something. I feel like this generation's already lost. They need to look to the future. For the next Xbox, they need to add some type of quality of life features and experiences that you can only get on their platform and not PlayStation. If Xbox comes out with the next Xbox and they just say we have the most powerful hardware on the market, it's not enough, man. It's so many games to play, so many different ways you can play games with streaming now. It's not enough anymore to just do better graphics. I think the difference between the winners and the losers in the future is going to be the quality of life features. An example being the Steam Deck. It was supposed to be, we don't know if it'll be, but it was supposed to be a gaming PC, affordable gaming PC, a small form factor, which is rare to find, that you could also boot Windows on. So it gave you some customability that you couldn't get anywhere else. That's the quality of life type of stuff that people be looking for. Then on top of that, you got the free online and the cheap games. But just being the most powerful hardware is not going to be enough because you guys gave up all your exclusives. That's where you really fucked up. You gave away Grounded. You gave away Gears. These niggas pimped out Gears of War and the PlayStation niggas said, They wasn't really fucking with that. They wasn't really fucking with it. That game did not sell well on the PlayStation. Power doesn't matter if there's no optimization for it. That too, but that's on the developer side. That's not the hardware. That's on the developer side. But unfortunately, you guys at Xbox, Microsoft as a whole is fine, but the Xbox decision, the Xbox division, you guys are broke. You guys are broke.
Like, if you're a broke boy, just say so.
And more, I take that back. In positive news, slightly, I don't think many people will actually care about this. Honestly, I think the big thing for gaming is going to be exclusivity. I think as much as I hate exclusives, they do matter. There will soon be another way to play Xbox games without Xbox. Microsoft has announced a new partnership to Hisense to bring the Xbox app to TVs that run on the company's the company's operating system for their TVs. In essence, the big takeaway here is that people will soon be able to play Xbox games in yet another place without needing to own an actual physical Xbox. This is possible through the Xbox cloud streaming, which is included in the Game Pass. I predicted that they were gonna, hey, give me my fucking flowers, chat. I predicted like years ago they were gonna do this. It started with the Samsung. Now they partnered with Hisense. I predict they're gonna partner with more TVs, and I can see a world where you no longer have to buy an Xbox. You can just buy a new TV and you can stream games on there. The problem with this is most people in the United States still don't have great internet, decent at best. And then there's places that don't even get high-speed internet, like rural parts of America. They can't access this. So I think they're greatly limiting themselves by making it a streaming only device. If they want to take the all-in-one route, why not do an Xbox TV? Like, actually take the motherboard of the next Xbox and put it in the fucking TV. Problem solved. Then have like a disc tray on the side of the TV so you can load a disc or you can just download games. Problem solved. So then you got your Xbox room and but cloud gaming, people's internet is not there. Like an Xbox Chromecast, basically an Xbox Chromecast, and that limits what you can play. With streaming games, it is a lot better, but I'm gonna be honest, I would only recommend single player games. You can't play Street Fighter or Call of Duty on a streaming. If you do, you're fucking crazy. Yeah, the latency and the bandwidth issues. So like I don't see why they can't just put the Xbox hardware inside the TV. It would solve a lot of problems. Then you could cloud stream or just directly play from the TV. Also, I'd argue it'd make the TV better. Because not only would it be a great gaming device, but it'd be a fast streaming device for your Netflix, your Hulu, your Amazon, whatever. Because a lot of the built-in chipsets for TVs, they're very old and dated. That's why a lot of times they're very slow. That's why a lot of people buy things like Apple TV and Roku boxes and shit like that, or the Fire Stick or the Google TV, is because those devices are faster than what's built into the TV. You got Nintendo news? What is this? I Am Setsuna free DLC, Temporal Battle Arena coming April 13th. What the fuck is this, nigga? Square Enix has announced that Nintendo Switch owners of I don't even know what this fucking is, bro. What is this shit? Next. The Witcher 3's new DLC is expected to release in May of 2026. It's claimed. This is the second rumor we got for Witcher DLC. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is reportedly set to receive new DLC in 2026, developed by Fool's Theory. Reports about a new Witcher 3 DLC has been circulating online since June of 2025, when it was claimed that the third major expansion for the game would be announced in 2025. However, it never was. New details have now surfaced online thanks to a Polish Noble Securities analyst, which provides an expected release window for the DLC as well as The Witcher 4. Spotted by Eurogamer, they said The Witcher 3's new DLC is releasing in May of 2026. And it'll be developed by Fool's Theory, who also is working on The Witcher 1 remake. The new expansion is expected to kick off the proper marketing campaign for The Witcher 4. The analyst also predicted The Witcher 4 will release in Q4 of 2027. If you haven't been keeping up with this story, the rumor for this DLC is it's supposed to connect the dots between the games 3 and 4. So I doubt it'd be super long. Probably like 10 hours or some shit like that. The Witcher 1 is a terrible game. That's why they're remaking it. Use context clues. From my understanding, The Witcher 1 and 2, because I didn't play them, were much rougher than 3. That's why they're remaking it. Because with The Witcher 3, it made the series very popular, and people want to go back and play the other older games. You say, wait, that's why? What other reason would they remake the game? You're not the first person I've seen say that. Like the Witcher 1 is rough, so that's probably why they're remaking it, because Witcher 3 is popular. They want to cash in on the brand and make some more money. What else I got? Oh, Dispatch has sold over 3 million copies in 2025, and only around 5% of players beat the game without romancing somebody. That was me, by the way, but shout out to them selling 3 million copies. Well deserved, cheap game. I think they need to improve the gameplay. But and also shout out to me for not romancing anybody. I don't have any other takes on that. If you're looking for a cheap game to try, check out Dispatch, especially if you like choose your own adventures, like Telltale games like that. You like superhero stuff. It's definitely worth barking up. Yo, shout out to Lord Zimpy with the sub. Appreciated it. Shout out to the 5% of asexuals. I'm asexual? Oh shit. No sex before marriage. Netflix is reportedly interested in giving a 17-day theatrical window for Warner Bros. Films if they acquire the studio. So they all but confirmed they are trying to kill the theater experience. I don't have any other take other than this is why monopolies are bad. No one man should have all that power. Because when you do, they're gonna do whatever the fuck they want. They're gonna take all them IPs and put it on their streaming service, and you thought they were stingy with the passwords sharing now? Oh, it's gonna get even worse. The moment you even try to share, your phone will be listening to you. When they acquire Warner Bros., your phone will start listening to you, and it'll detect that you uttered the words shared password, and your shit will blow the fuck up. Now your head get blown off. What happens to Universal Studios? I don't know. But a Warner brother. Let me go on the sub box too. What's the last movie I saw in theaters? The Long Walk. I haven't been in the theaters in a while. Long Walk. Let me switch my account. Any trailers worth checking out? AMD CES keynote. 2 hours long. I don't see nobody talking about that shit. Stealth gameplay for sticks. Oh shit. Got the Sony car. Hey, hold up, y'all. I think my dog, he bothering me because he hungry. Let me go feed my dog real quick. BRB chat. Are you watching Fallout? I'm not gonna lie. I forgot that shit came out, but I will watch it. You feed once a day? Nah. He eats twice a day with treats. Let me see. So I did buy some games on the Steam sale. I'm gonna put up a poll. Y'all let me know which game we gonna try. Let's see. Only for the Twitch chat. You two niggas be quiet. I'm gonna let y'all pick what I'm playing. You got 3 minutes to cast your vote. If you're in the Twitch chat. I picked up a bunch of games on sale yesterday. You already know what they are if you follow me on Twitter. Yeah, your vote matters. I know you niggas didn't vote during the election, so fucking vote now. Yo, shout out to Lucy Claus with the super chat. I turned on the baby making music. Somebody got to do it. The hell is this shit? Starship. I don't care about that. While we look at this shit. All right.
The opening area of the campaign for Styx Blades of Greed shows promise and the potential
Blades
for
of your
creative stealth
mom.
gameplay as a tiny but mighty creature.
I'm just
in
trying to
space
piss off the
designed
Silk
for
Song
much larger
fans.
beings. Extinguishing torches to create safe.
Thought you already played the Star Wars game? Yeah, I did. I just wanted. I'm not gonna lie. I just wanted it again. It was dirt cheap. If you have not played the Star Wars game, today is the last day for the Steam sale. You can get both Star Wars games for $13, or you can just get Jedi Survivor for 10. But you can get Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor for $13. I just wanted it in my Steam library, to be honest, in case I ever wanted to play it again. Did I get any fighting games? Nah, I'm not buying no fighting games on Steam.
Its blades considerably. If you already liked Styx Master of Shadows,
I bought Hades on the Steam sale too.
or any of the series' obvious inspirations, such as Thief, Dishonored, Assassin's Creed, etc.
No Battlefield tonight? I mean, it depends if I get the bat signal, you know.
For PC, PS5, and Xbox Series.
Quartz. Everyone's going crazy for a taste of its power. But it also happens to be my favorite.
Get Knights of the Old Republic is cheaper and better than Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order. What's better is subjective. I played Knights of the Old Republic. I prefer the gameplay in Jedi Survivor, you see? Your opinion is not fact.
Service, which, unfortunately, experienced considerable latency issues that made the
RPG elements are better in KOTOR, though.
To progress through Styx feel more like piloting a drone on another continent.
For the gameplay, I prefer Jedi Survivor.
Split-second timing defines Styx's gameplay loop, making input delay a serious obstacle when it appears. Fortunately, after massively downgrading bitrate settings to get this Zeppelin flying, the early areas uncovered a beautiful and compelling high fantasy world.
You gotta be in Cali is stupid late.
Yeah,
it's no secret I live in LA. Yeah.
After a decently paced and informative opening cutscene, a subsequent tutorial layers in movement mechanics gradually.
He said his bitch
Running,
was lagging.
Jumping, double jumping, and power sliding are all properly introduced and explained as the playable zone starts opening up, which is great because the tutorial itself doesn't overstay its welcome. The B button executes a
it still looks a little double A. It looks a little janky the way the animations are moving.
Slide that allows players to slip under obstacles or cover ground quickly, while pressing RB after a jump triggers a cool little dash that propels Styx upward along walls.
Why is it the third game? But yeah, I think that's what confuses me too. Like, did you guys not make any money from the last two games? Like, it still looks janky. Like, I don't know.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
PS4 niggas, close your eyes. You can't afford a PS5, so I know you can't afford the PS4 car. Don't even look at this shit. Matter of fact, take a water break.
At Sony HOMEBREW press conference, by maximizing the cabin space, Akira challenges the traditional concept of in-cabin entertainment, creating content design to move you. Through collaboration with diverse partners, Akira brings you movies, music, gaming, and more. Akira passengers.
That's what I bought my car for, watching movies and playing games.
And the real entertainment system, as well as the customizable themes and uniquely visualized 3D maps.
We're bringing remote play to cars for the first time, right onto the Afila's entertainment system.
Yeah, what's the battery life looking like? As somebody who owns a EV, let me tell y'all something if you don't drive an EV. they love to hype them up, but one of the downsides is everything drains your battery, right? So like it'll say your battery can get 250 miles off a full charge, right? That's 250 miles going a certain mile per hour. Not using your headlights. Yeah, it's an EV. Not using air conditioning. Like anything you use in the car will use the battery. So that 250 will turn into like 225 real quick. And my thing is, they're really pushing, hey, you could play PlayStation in this car. You could watch movies in this car. Okay. Well, I'm thinking, yeah, the stereo. Well, how fast is that battery going to die?
With a DualSense controller,
Yeah, no music.
Connection, a Fila becomes another way you can pick up and play.
I see a world where niggas get stranded on the side of the road because they wanted to fucking pull over and play fucking PS5.
The games you love. Just like every other remote play experience, this is a console in the car. You're playing the games you already own through streaming. It's for those moments when you have some downtime in your car, like when you're waiting to pick someone up, or if you want to keep passengers entertained on a very long road trip. For us, this is a meaningful example of how the PlayStation experience can extend beyond the living room in ways that feel natural and useful for gaming fans.
And then it's streaming. You need a good internet connection.
Access some of the best games this generation has to offer, including Astrobot, God of War Ragnarok, and Ghost of Yotei. And 2026 will be one of the best years yet for players, with highly anticipated games like Resident
TBH, it was double 2 times the rep.
and more launching very soon. In addition to remote play, Sony Honda Mobility is also integrating our franchises into.
Y'all like the body of the car? I kind of like the way it looks.
We'll have themes for Afila, including custom wallpapers and e-motor sounds.
It looks mad futuristic.
Featuring several other PlayStation titles. Together, we are crafting a unique audio.
I don't like the steering wheel though. I don't like that
appeal to
shit.
Gaming fans.
We have the Afira co-creation program for creators and developers. We will release production information for various content in Afira's.
Remember driving up north and seeing hella EVs dead on the side of the road during winter? Yeah, because the battery will freeze.
Themes consisting of dynamic wallpapers, e-motor sound, and the rich cluster.
That's what I'm spending $100,000 on. Dynamic wallpapers. Holy smokes.
Allows Afira
That's what I'm doing with my car.
transforming it into a more personal in-cabin space.
We got wallpaper engine in the Sony car.
Fila 1 demo drives. To kick things off, we're planning to host a Fila Advanced Access opportunities exclusively for our early reservation holders. These experiences will roll out in phases, gradually shifting focus from entertainment to driving performance. Sony Honda Mobility of America is riding this momentum, and we are thrilled that Fila 1 will take on California roads this year. What's more, I'm also happy to announce that we will be expanding our activities to Arizona in 2027. We are excited to bring the Fila experience to even more customers across the US.
We anticipate the start of delivery to customers in California late this year.
Okay, you can cop this year.
We plan to begin deliveries in the first half of 2027. But there's more.
Right, yeah, you can only get it repaired at their dealership because it's such a specialized car. No, that's facts.
The way we are fusing diverse technology
SUV alert.
to deliver a completely novel mobility experience.
Can I
is
jailbreak
not
it?
limited to a single model type. To bring value to even more customers, we have already started working on our next concept, Afira Prototype 2026. This plot. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I can't wait to see MKBHD review it. You know he gonna get his hands on it. I think another problem with this too is like they're already talking about the PlayStation 6. Well, I guess because it's streaming, the console doesn't matter. They originally did advertise it as a PS5 car, but it's really not because it's streaming. So I guess it doesn't matter. As long as it's getting updates, you can always stream. Tesla's no longer the top EV, right? I did read a report that they are not. BYD surpassed them. And I also read that you can cross the border if you're in California to Tijuana and get a BYD and drive it back without any tariffs, allegedly. I saw a video about that. I'm saying, oh, I live near that. I kind of want one. Shit, China number one. What is this F lock? What is
Welcome
this shit?
to Iron Reach, Your Majesty. We are happy to have
Rivian, oh my God, hell no. Rivian got to get their shit together. They I'm one of my neighbors drives a Rivian. I talk to him all the time because I was thinking about getting a Rivian, and then I watched some reviews, and one of the reviews I watched, dude said the car drives nice, but the touchscreen can be laggy, the software sometimes. I'm letting you know right now, the last thing a nigga want to worry about on the fucking highway is the iPad on the goddamn car freezing up. Nah. So when I heard that in the review, I said Rivian's off the board for me, especially because I'm used to it with Tesla. Like the Tesla computer is very smooth. So then I heard that in a review. So then I asked my neighbor who drives a Rivian. I said I saw in a review that, you know, sometimes the touchpad is like laggy. He was like, yeah, it's not as responsive as Tesla, to be honest. He's like, I'm coming from one, but he's like, you know, it's good enough. Good for you. It ain't good enough for me, nigga. There's certain things I ain't playing about with a fucking car. The Lucid, the Lucids look nice, but they're super expensive. I don't think they're getting enough support. I don't know what my next car is going to be. Maybe a Lexus. I don't know. I'm not really itching too hard to find out either because cars are expensive.